Hey there, kindergarten friends, it's Mrs. Chamberlain. Yesterday, you got to do some decomposing of numbers with Mrs. Bates. You're going to get to do the same thing today, but in a little bit different way, okay? What you're going to need is a piece of paper, something to write with, some counting cubes, 8 of them, please, and maybe we'll show you how to make some math facts, so you might need some small pieces of paper, okay? All right, so before we get started on that though, we're gonna practice those fluency cards that we did with 5s, because remember, we're trying to become good at subtractors with 5. Are you ready? 5 minus 5 equals 0. 5 minus 1 equals 4. 5 minus 3 equals 2. 5 minus 4 equals 1. 5 minus 0 equals 5. And 5 minus 2 equals 3. I hope you said those answers before I did. We'll practice them again next time and see if you can get faster than Mrs. Chamberlain, okay? Good. All right, so what you learned with Mrs. Bates was how to decompose 7 and 8, okay? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna see if we can decompose those numbers on our own. But what you're going to need to do is first you can either cut up little pieces of paper if you want to, or you can use the ones that I'm going to show you here. You can pause the video and help you answer the questions, okay? But what I want you to do with the piece of paper, if you brought one with you, is we're going to do something. We're going to fold it into 3 sections. So I'm going to fold it in half this way. So you see I fold a little page up, and then I'll fold it down over it. Yep. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'll fold it in half again. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then when you open it up, you'll have little sections, right? And you can draw your lines in like you do with Mrs. Bates. You follow those lines right down, so that you'll end up with squares, just like this. Let's see how many squares we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares on the front, and you could do it on the back, because we're going to flip the paper over in the end, and we're going to be able to do it on the back, so you can flip it over right now, and you can draw those lines in on the back. And if you have to pause me, that's okay. And then I have it on the front, I have it on the back, so I'm able to write down my answers. Okay? So, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have those cards. I have subtraction cards, starting with 7s and starting with 8s. So I have 8 minus 8, 8 minus 6, 8 minus 5s, but I did all of them. 7 minus 7, all of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these cards together. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix these cards together because this is a game that you'll be able to play at home. And you can practice it with me on the video if you need to. Okay? Or you can practice it with the fun fact flashcard games that we've shown you, the little games on there. You could use those and you could pause it and you can use that to help you. So you have a little grid on your paper, and I'm going to show you on here that same grid so that you have 3 sections. Mine will be a little bit more because my paper is bigger. way you can see how to play this game. Okay? All right, so the first thing you're going to do, and I've got my counters ready also, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to choose one of those cards. I've got them down on in front of me, and I'm just going to pick one. So let's see. I got, ooh, are you ready? 7, take away 3. So what I need to do first is I'm going to put it in a number bond. So I'm going to draw a number bond. Okay. And I'm going to fill in that number bond. Well, my hole is 7. I need to take away 3, so I'm going to put that in my first part. And then I'm going to cross that off because that's what I'm taking away. And 7 take away 3 equals, I'm not really sure. What can I do? Well, in the next box, you can draw it in the 5 group way. So I can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take away 3. 1, 2, 3. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 take away 3 is 4. And then I can write it. 7 minus 3 equals 4. So I just decomposed 7 into 3 and 4. Good. Let's try another one. Ooh, this time I got 7 minus 6. All right, so again, I'm going to make a number bond here. Okay, and my hole is 7. And remember, I was taking away 6, so I'm going to put that number here. Remember, that's the number we cross off because that's what we're taking. And then I'm going to draw my picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I got to take 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many are left? Just 1. 7 minus 6 equals 3. So that's what I write. 7 minus 6. It doesn't equal 3, Mrs. Chamberlain. It equals 1. I wanted to see who was listening. 7 minus 6 equals 1. There's only 1 left. Oh, did you catch that, boys and girls? I sure hope so. All right, let's try another one. I'm going to draw my number bond ahead of time this time before I draw. And I'm going to pick a card, any card. Ooh, what did I get? I got 8 minus 4. So this time, the whole is 8, because that's what I always start with when I do subtraction. I always start with the whole. So this time, the whole is 8. And I have 8 take away 4, or 8 minus 4. So I'm going to put that 4 down there. And I'm going to draw 8 circles in the 5 group way. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8. Because 5 and 3 more is 8. And I need to take 4 away. So remember, I got to take those away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, well, Mrs. Chamberlain made a mistake. 8 minus 4 equals what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I write that number sentence. 8 minus 4 equals 4. Oh, better try another one. See if I can get this one without making a silly mistake. So again, I'm going to put up that number bond. Okay. And I'm going to see what number I get. And I got whoops, 8 minus 3. Okay, so that's 8. I take away 3. So I need to draw it in the 5 group way. So there's 8. Take away 3. 1, 2, 3. So 8 minus 3. How many are left? You got it. There are 5 left. 8 minus 3 equals 5. And you can keep going and filling up the front side of your paper and the back side of your paper. And you can use any of the cards that you could have made for subtraction facts. 7. I have all those cards. Or I'm going to show you another way you could do it. Say you don't have any of these cards. If you have your 8 cubes, what you can do, you can make your number bond. And I'll start with 8 because there's already 8 all together here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8. And then what you do is I'm going to put them behind my back. And I'm just going to break it anywhere so that I have 2 parts. So when I pull them forward, I have 2 parts. So I say 8 take away. Let's see how many did I take away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do that. 8 take away 6. So I have 8 in the 5 group way, and I'm going to take 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many am I left with? 1, 2. So 8 take away 6 equals 2. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let me put my number bond up for my next spot. And this time instead of 8, well, we can do 7. So I'll put this together. I'll take 1 off. I'll make sure I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them behind my back. So I'm starting with 7. That's my hole. And I'm going to snap it. And here's what I have. Here are my 2 parts. So I'm going to take away this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I started with 7. And I took away 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to take 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many am I left with? 1, 2. So 7 take away 5 equals 2. So you can play it either way. You can use the cards, or you can use the little blocks to play a game of Snap It and see how it goes. All right? Happy practicing that subtraction, boys and girls. And I got another game for you that I'm going to play with Shelby that you can also use to practice your math facts with. Have a great day and keep on subtracting.